Because see, the innate intelligence goes right around it with pathways we haven't even discovered yet. It's figuring stuff out. It's adaptation. So all of a sudden, just because you have the gene, guess what? We realize that you're actually, a lot of these people who have that SNP actually have this SNP, which compensates even more for that SNP. Point is, it's not what you think. So, back to the mold. You know, it's a big player. So are heavy metals. But it's all of these neurotoxins, the lead, the mercury, the aluminum, the stressors that come together. If we don't remove these, our number one, we're not going to get people well. It's very, very important. But what else is our number one? Our number one is also removing the sources from the tissues that they're in. So for me, our number one is a classic mistake because, again, I love infrared saunas. I use one. But it's not going to get mercury out of the brain. There's not one study that shows that, not even close. And I can tell you personal experience that, that doesn't happen. But I love them because it opens up a massive pathway. And it does a lot of good things. Colon cleanse. People think I don't like colon cleanses. No, I think they're great. I love coffee enemas because it pushes that bile complex. It opens up the liver. But it's really not doing what we need to do at the cell. So all of these things are valuable. A lot of these 10-day cleanses, that's a joke. Because here's what people say to us. Oh, I've already cleansed heavy metals. Have you heard that before? I go, what? Because it's years, not months. That's why my job is to teach you, not to treat you. It's years, not months. I mean, come on. It took me 30 years to bioaccumulate the mercury in my pituitary hypothalamus. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on, people. I mean, do you really think that 3 months doing metal detox took it out of you? Oh, but your metals are gone. Come on. I'm not being critical, but that's the reality. It's in the brain. Let me tell you another reality. I would go, because I get, well, how do you know you're done? I would go for a couple months without detoxing, and all of a sudden my symptoms would start. And you've heard me say this, I'm sure. My wife would say to me, we need to start a cycle. She saw symptoms, I'm sure it was irritability, ticked off. Me, what I would notice, I would start not sleeping as well, which would be like, that brought me back to where I was. I would start not having energy, focus. And she would tell me to do it, and I would take a few pills, and literally I'd be like, oh my God. I didn't realize the lights were dimming. I mean, literally, if someone sat outside the room and dimmed the lights slowly, you wouldn't even know. And all of a sudden, it would be darker, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, when did that happen? It's been happening. That's what happens. So, the point is it would just come out. And all of a sudden, I would go 6 months